What's up, love?
What's up?
It's Friday night. We chilling. How you feeling?
Is it Friday? It is.
It's Friday, yeah. We normally record on Thursday,
Thank
but
you, Jesus.
yesterday it was rainy and you weren't feeling too well, so we decided not to do that.
Yes, we did.
You feeling better now, though?
Indeed. Yeah.
How was your week?
Man. It's reminding me how old I am.
Reminding you how
Yeah,
old
this
you
cold.
are? Oh, yeah, because the cold
My
hit your
knees.
bones.
Oof.
Yeah, shout out to Sam Capone. This is that Nordic weather that comes once a year around these parts, and I blame him for it.
How's it his from?
Cause he is like he's with the colds. Like we would drive from Fresno back to wherever we're at, Dina, OC, whoever, and it's cold in Fresno. Shout out to Grumpy, Uncle Jim. And this fool would roll the windows down and just let the cold night air just come up in there. I caught pneumonia one time in my life, and it was with Syme. You know when cats are smoking in a room and you can see the smoke in the room, like a billow of smoke. That's how cold it was in there. And yeah, I came back. I came back from Fresno with pneumonia. That shit was no joke. But yeah, so you and I don't like the cold at all, but you like the cold, so it's weird.
I like it, yeah, but it's just, man, when it's when it's cold, too cold constantly, I just start feeling it in my bones.
So like just continuously.
Yeah. So it So yeah, it's
not one of your
it's all right
favorite
though.
things.
I mean, it's better than being hot.
I prefer hot over cold any day. I prefer the heat because you can get in water.
I sleep next to a bear every night, so.
You sleep next to a bear? You live in a zoo or a cave or what? Who's the bear?
It feels like it sometimes.
You know, it was funny the other night when you like embraced me, like, oh my bear or whatever. That was like the first time you really were like very what's the word? Tender like that with me.
Ever. You're stupid. It has not ever
It's been a minute then. It felt like forever, ever.
Yeah, it
forever,
felt like forever.
ever.
Like, damn. Is that how much we've been focusing on other shit that we don't even pay attention? No.
Yeah. We haven't been. You know, if the world was right, I would really love to get away for Valentine's Day. Just you and I. Because I need some you time. You know, I need to be laying next to you while you watching TV with my hand on your booty or your inner thigh.
We can,
you know, I need that type of vibe. But right now,
we can go to a park. How about that? Like, we ain't got
park.
Yes, just to chill.
For me to caress your
if you
inner
want
thigh
me
at the
time,
park?
no.
So you're not listening to what I'm saying. I need that intimate.
Well, we can't. You know, right now we ain't doing all that shit.
Well, I'm trying to express my feelings to you and telling you what it is that I'm lacking right now.
Okay.
Because you were just saying there was no.
Oh, no, I agree.
It felt like we've been focusing
but right
on
now,
this stuff.
it's not possible. It's not.
That's why I said when the world gets right. Right now the world's not right, but we still got to do a better job. We still got to do a better job of connecting with one another when we need each other. We got to do that.
Yep.
You know, we have to start communicating that clearly, so that way we both know when we do need to connect off that.
I agree.
So once again, I haven't even said this. So once again, we are the Moragnes. Thank you for listening. I am Diami,
Mimi.
and you are
Mimi.
That's right. And tonight, I'm sipping on some Knob Creek, and young lady, you are sipping on that One Hope wine, that sparkling rose. Got you feeling good?
I don't know what it is.
You don't know what it is. It's the one that you like.
It's green. This One Hope.
It's a mixture of both.
You.
The green, the hope, and me.
That got me feeling. This way.
Yeah, well.
But I'm feeling good though.
Hopefully you can hang for the whole episode, and then
we'll see.
Later
First
on.
question.
Dang. You don't want. So you just want to go right to the questions? You want to?
Nah, it's because what do you
don't want to discuss our dope gardening?
What we've been doing? Yeah, I forgot.
Yes.
You know what? I'm mad at those garlics.
You're mad at the garlics?
Yeah.
Oh, because they haven't grown at all?
I said garden.
Yeah, no, they haven't grown, so I don't know. I mean, how long was it supposed to grow? What did the video say?
I planted it too high, so I kind of messed with them, and I think I needed to go deeper, but whatever, I ain't gonna fuck with them no more. At least I know now.
So you're just gonna go ahead and leave them?
For now.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna just let them be. I'm not gonna mess with them, and I mean, they're there, so.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if they grow, they grow. I mean, I'm happy that our tomatoes, man, those tomatoes that you and your pop saved were delicious. Everybody thought so. Your mom had one.
Yeah,
I like them because they're really. I like them because they're snack size type.
Whatever. You don't like. You say you don't like those because you don't like how.
I don't
how
like
it
how
feels
they
when
burst.
They pop in
I
your
don't
mouth.
like how they. It's a weird sensation. How it bursts, it just explodes in your mouth, and that's not even on no sexual stuff. It's just a textural type of sensation thing. I just don't like the splashing of that. Yeah, I'm cool with boba. I'll do a boba. You know what I mean? That's cool. That the texture, that chewiness to it. But for me, I'm not with it. I don't expect to chew on something and it explodes. Grapes do that, but then again, I like harder grapes. You want me to refill you? Was that the refill tap?
Yeah, please.
Is that in your contract?
What contract?
That you have here at the Moraignes. You have a contract. You have a 57 episode contract. Did you not know?
What's in my contract?
I keep you hydrated with the finest of wines. Shout out to One Hope Wine, Veggie Banks. I make sure that you have the finest of God's Green.
Okay. Last time you had me working off a box. Like, how you go?
I had you working off the box. What do you mean?
Yes, instead of a table.
Shout out to Roddy Rich. Mimi was working on the box.
Instead of a table.
Okay, so I was trying to find the little old school TV dinner table, but I couldn't find it. So now we got it. Now you're working off a table. You got your wine. You got your greenery. You're behind Pun, DJ Quick, Big Daddy Kane, and big rest in peace to both bigs up there. Come on now. You're behind royalty. You good. Do I not take care of you? You are, exactly. So that's why I treat you like royalty queen. Okay. But are you happy with the gardening? How's the experience going?
I mean, next time when we out there, doing what we do, we need to have Tito come and help us. This motherfucker's over here.
He's
making
excited
it
to be out
uncomfortable
there
situation with Junior and all the energy and
right.
trying to eat the dirt and shit. Like,
So the first thing we need to do is have Junior in the house.
You know that fool won't.
Hey, we gotta have Junior in the house. Discipline. You gotta be tougher with him.
I'll have my mom sing to him.
Yeah, your mom can sing to him. He can knock out. And then we need to give Diami a plant so he can put it in himself. He wants to be hands-on. He doesn't want to wait. He doesn't want to watch you. He wants to do. So we have to give him something that we can do.
Where's my plant? You left my plant out there. You want my plant to die?
I left the strawberry. I'll go get it after the end of the show. You want me to pause and go get the strawberry plant? That's not going to happen. It's like 9 o'clock. Just relax. Yeah, we're good. Just remind me.
And if it gets frost and shit, then
it will survive. Word to Gloria Gaynor. We'll bring it back. You brought that 5-year-old tomato little plant back.
Oh, I think it's older than that, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's dope.
That's crazy.
I want to plant
like,
that.
What?
I want to plant that tomato plant because that's a strong
It's
tomato
planted.
Plant. I want to plant it in the ground somewhere and let it grow. I think that'd be tight. But I'm excited. The chiles, are kind of getting beat up. We got to figure out what's going on with those. A couple of the leaves were looking bad, I think, on the red ghost or whatever. I think it might be too cold for the red ghost because it's more of a tropical
that's why I wanted
plant.
to put them in.
Yeah.
But tomorrow it's going to be sunny, so we can take them back out.
Okay.
No, it's going to be overcast tomorrow. I don't know, but it ain't going to rain.
Right.
Oh, no, tomorrow's going to be sunny. So.
Tomorrow's be sunny, okay. So that's dope. And then the herb that we're growing is looking really good. We replanted it.
They're so cute.
Yeah, they're starting to grow out.
They needed room.
They did. I felt bad. So we took them from some small, I was going to say Dixie cups, some small solo cups to some 12-inch pots.
I never saw the seeds, but I saw when they were sprouted already. I was like, this is a fucking amazing. Now it's this. It's just, I guess it's like...
Shout out to Kyle Cushman and my mama. I used a hybrid of my mother and Kyle Cushman's way to sprout seeds. So if you're ever trying to sprout or germinate seeds, soak them in water for up to 48 hours, and then do the paper towel trick. Put them in, and once you soak them and put them in the paper towel, make sure you put them in a dark area. Put them in a file cabinet, and don't oversaturate the towel. Keep it moist, and use a paper towel or a cheesecloth you can use as well. And within a couple days, I had 10 little sap roots, and this is my first time planting. I should have had my wife do it, but Mimi probably would have got all 10 of them to grow. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, possibly 7. 2 are looking bad. 1 we're just waiting to see what happens. So I'll keep you all posted on that. I'm excited just to see the process. Even if nothing comes to fruition from this, I'm glad that we're planning, and it's very therapeutic. It gives me some time to chill, come check on them. I like the routine. It's good, and I can't wait for the summer. We really, butterfly garden for Tito. He's really big into the monarch butterflies. Yeah. So if you listen to the show and you really rock with us, do us a favor. Go ahead and set up a butterfly garden so you can help the monarch butterflies who are dying at a very high rate, because what they do is they lay their eggs on milkweed and milkweed only, and milkweed fields across the United States are being wiped out, and they migrate from Canada all the way to Mexico, and they're dropping by the millions. So if you have some land, if you have a backyard or whatever, go ahead and plant some milkweed, plant a butterfly garden, and you'll be able to see the circle of life. If you have children, you need to expose them to this. They need to know that we as humans need to take care of Mother Nature as Mother Nature takes care of us. That's a big part of I believe you should teach your child at a young age. That's a big step of being a kind individual, is knowing that, the balance of life and how that plays into it. I'm really proud that Tito understands that. And as a grown man, sometimes he puts me to shame, because he'll remind me that I'm not being kind to whatever the animal is or whatever. I let the coldness of the world get to me, and it's good to see him still from that perspective of, you need to be kind to everyone. You know what I mean? So I'm really proud of that.
Yeah, he's a very kind kid, and that was one thing that I always wanted him to be, if anything, kind. Because there's already a lot of.
Right now, I don't want to be.
There's already
punk.
a lot of shit like this.
No, but you don't.
What is it? No, no, I understand. But what is it? It doesn't take much to be kind.
No, it doesn't, and
but it means a lot to other people.
It does. It's knowledge of not so much self, but it's knowledge of others, and I like that he's experiencing that through animals, and so I'm really happy with that, and I really want to commend you for pushing that, because a lot of times in our cultures, to have a dream of wanting to be a zookeeper, wanting to go out into the forest and identify animals, or zoologist or whatever, a lot of times that's shat upon by the elders, because that's not too realistic. And I like the fact that even in a situation where we're in a quarantine and there's not much we can do, you have made sure that he has had ways to get what we're not able to give him, that expertise when it comes to animals. We can read him books all day. Another thing I want to give you credit for is doing that. He's tearing up those hombre perros and super
that's
gatito.
All credit for Leslie. She's the one that told me about it and that found them.
Yeah.
I was like, do they make those? Because I haven't seen them in the library.
Right.
So I never thought they made them, but they do.
Yeah. Shout out to I was gonna say, I'm high, so I apologize. I was gonna say Vivian's mama.
That's rude.
Because I'm high, I can't remember her name. Yvonne. That's so bad of me, but I'm high. But shout out to her, because she had told me months ago about
OutSchool.
About OutSchool. So, and her daughter is into the books, The Dog Man, and they have discussion groups and shit like that. And,
it's crazy because we're able to find classes, not many, but at least some of them.
Oh, it's deep. If you have a child who is home right now, And what we use is outschool.com. Again, shout out to Vivian for that information.
Vivian?
Yvonne.
It's like Vivian got a Facebook?
No, I'm sorry. Again, I'm high as hell. So I'm being honest. All right. So shout out to Yvonne. Okay. Better.
Yes.
Thank you. She's cool, so she's not going to. She probably doesn't even listen to the show anyway, so we all good. If she doesn't, if she does, what up? Anyway, but outschool.com is fire. She shared with me via social media that her and her daughter, or her daughter actually does the Dog Man. I want to say it was a discussion group, and then there's one where you can learn to go ahead and draw the characters. And we went on there and just we're looking for Spanish. You got the Spanish tutor for a minute, and then he's done the solar system. He's done animals in Spanish, and then there were just so many options for his zoology passion, and so we jumped on that.
And he enjoys those classes.
Yeah, every Monday he's got that class with the same group of kids, with the teacher, and he learns a lot, and he also gets to interact with kids in various age ranges from all around the world. You know what I mean? It's crazy when he does the Spanish ones, and you got the kid in China, and you got a kid in Alaska, and they're all speaking Spanish or whatnot. And it's just dope. I want him to get back to school, so that way he can have a regular school life, but I don't want to ever stop doing out school. You know what I mean? I don't, when we go back to whatever the new normal is, I don't want to forget about that, because I think that's just it's the wave of the future, but it's also a way for us to be able to educate him in a way that we don't have the access to go ahead and do so. You know what I mean? So outschool.com, check that out if you have children, and it's for kids, up to like 16 or something like that. There's just a lot of different classes, so please check it out. So speaking of school's not reopening, but what is reopening, Gavin Newsome announced California is going to go ahead and reopen, so to speak. So restaurants will reopen. What else was it?
For dine out or dine in?
I think it was dine in. What was it? Nail salons. Let me go back to the article. This was from the.
When the country cares more about the economy than.
Well, it's not the country. This is the state. This is the state.
No. Okay. Well, I mean, but I'm sure there's a way of.
So they're gonna do outdoor dining. They'll do beauty shops, things of that nature.
I mean, I feel the people with their businesses being closed or whatever, but I mean, the numbers are gonna prove it. We'll see. I ain't going out.
So you won't go anywhere? You won't go to get your nails done? No.
I'm gonna keep it as it is.
You won't go get your feet done.
I'm gonna keep it as it is.
You won't go get sushi at your favorite sushi restaurant.
Still less people. I mean, I can do it now. I have to eat there. I can pick it up. But I just don't.
Would you dine outdoors?
Not now. No.
No, just because of how high the numbers have been.
Yeah.
Okay. So when do you plan on coming back outside? We've talked about this before, but it changes every week. So are you more confident?
I guess numbers are going to tell. Numbers are going to, I'm following what the fucking scientists say.
Right. So you're following what the Faucis of the world say, Dr. Fauci.
Yeah, because, shit.
Let me ask you this. So what happens if there's rumors that the kids might go back to school? What happens if...
You take me to fucking jail or find me, whatever. Like, I'm not going to take him. If I have to homeschool him, I fucking will. Like, right now, how are these kids going to know social distancing? Like, I know Tito, he'll be like, he knows.
Yeah.
But other kids don't fucking know.
Right. And that's the thing.
You know who's going to be, Iman's going to be like, hi! And Tito's not one to be like, oh no, don't come, but right. He knows not.
And that is the problem of the Rona, is that you don't know. No one knew who had it and how they were going to go ahead and get it.
It's crazy because everybody close to us around us got it.
Knock on wood.
Yes, but
Thank
I
God
don't want to put it in the air out there in the.
And who knows?
But
we could have had it. We all thought
exactly.
We all had a quick bout. When was that? In like October, November, something like that, where all of us were sick. You were sick. Your dad was sick for like ever. Your mom was a little under the ill.
And we don't know. Like,
who knows?
How would I feel? Like, I wouldn't know, obviously, but if I wouldn't feel comfortable getting anybody sick. Like, that's not. To me, that's
why we've restricted the movements we've made and who we're hanging out with. And no offense to anybody, but it's just at this point, I live with your mom and dad, and I would feel like shit if I got them sick because I went to a shindig and it wasn't something that I needed. Like, it was the end of the world. I had to go ahead and do. If that's the case, I would take my ass into work every day. But no, I'm here at home working. So respectfully to everybody, I'm sorry, but until these numbers dip, until things change, I'm not going anywhere. And that doesn't mean I don't want shit. I want to go see I want to go to the Bay. I was telling you the other night. I want to go to the Bay. I want to go see my mom. I want to go see my nieces. I want to take Tito around the old neighborhoods, that I, grew up at or visited every summer for years. You know what I mean? Go see family. I want to kick it with Dad. I want to see Matt. I want to go check up on this nigga Pooh. So there's definitely things I want to do. I want to go see Adrena and the kids. My family.
Yeah. Those
are things I want to do. And then, I come through to such and such's little shindig or whatever, but, these things have to change first. Because, again, I don't want to have to tell my son who loves his fucking grandparents that because we went to somebody's, 27th birthday party that grandma and grandpa's sick. So that's just me. And so I understand from a financial standpoint why you're going to open up business and why you're going to go ahead and do things that way. And so it's just going to come down to, again, people being decent. Now that these spots are open, just wear a mask. We ate at a couple spots before the numbers spiked up where we had to have our mask on or whatever, and you just take your mask off when you're eating, and that's it. Waiter comes to the table, got to put your fucking mask on. That's just it. If you want to sit down, when you go places, there are rules. You go to a strip club, you're not supposed to touch the booties and grope on the females. Those are the rules because you're there.
Not only strip clubs.
Well,
no means no.
No, we know everywhere, but I'm just saying, in that specific situation, those are the rules.
Oh, okay.
If you're at a restaurant...
I've never been to a strip club.
Okay, well, we should go one day.
What the fuck for?
I don't know.
Why you want to be all up in there?
Let's go.
What for?
I don't know. Maybe you like it. Who knows?
Oh, to a male one? All right, let's go.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm
not
okay. It ain't the same, huh?
But it's different. Guys don't want to watch guys... throw their schlong around. Nobody wants to see that. Some women will sit back and watch women dance or whatever.
This woman?
So that's why I'm asking. So would you want to watch?
Do you know the answer to that?
I'm asking you.
No, you know the answer to that.
I think
Do you know the answer?
I think the answer.
You think?
I think.
You think?
I know the answer is no, but I'm just asking.
So why?
Never assume. Never assume. Let's go.
You assume all the other times.
What do I assume?
Some stupid shit.
Tell me what I assume.
I assume I want you to leave your clothes on the floor.
No, listen. I leave my shit on the floor, and I know that you don't like it.
Fucking Junior tore up my new fucking dress.
Yeah, that was crazy. Like, he tore it.
But you know what? I ain't mad, though, because it wasn't that expensive.
All right.
No, and I got a really good deal on it, and I didn't, Tori wasn't going to let me return it anymore.
Okay.
So I'm like, what am I going to do with it? I don't want it.
You don't want it.
And then Junior made that.
Tore it up.
Yeah,
so what do you use it for?
Choice.
You should flip it. You should use it for like a headband or something. Like the little,
I'm not doing fucking headband.
Why not?
Because I'm not.
You can't do that? That's not your thing?
I don't want to. Like, no, that's not my thing.
You don't want to refurbish some shit? No. Cool. Okay. So, your boy, Joe Biden.
My boy?
Come on, you don't like Biden?
Over the other motherfucker? Yes.
Okay. So, our new president, Biden, swinging into action, signing executive actions left and right. You were interested in a few of them. You talked about the racial equality thing that he signed in, and some of the laws that he put into place. One of those being no more private prisons, which I think
Yes.
is cool. We shouldn't. These
Yes.
people should be rehabilitized, not turned into workers for profit. You know, I never understood that. I never understood why that went. So he's going to end the privatized contracts. So hopefully they'll also dig a little deeper and look into in the conditions that we keep these individuals in, and make sure that the conditions are better, especially at the younger ages. The youth authority camps need to be better. They need to do a better job of helping these kids through whatever issues they have. Because off top, nobody wants to be a criminal. You know what I mean? Like nobody wants to really do that. There's usually something that causes someone to go ahead and do that. So hopefully we can get better there. But overall, how do you feel about some of the things that he signed in?
Yeah, the prison, that was a big one. I'm all for it. And what was the other one? I forgot.
Something about xenophobia with Asians and Pacific Islanders.
I didn't read that in detail, but I did exactly what that entailed.
And then the farm workers being able to get their citizenship kind of front of the line through DACA. That was one that you were big about as well. But there was more than, I think, 40-something that he's done. He's like Obamacare. He kind of brought that back. He's reversed a lot of shit that Trump does, what most presidents do. You know, if I'm a Republican and you're a Democrat, or you're a Democrat and a Republican, we're not gonna agree on some of those principal things that are already law. So I'm gonna come into place and I'm gonna flip these things over. Same shit Trump did when he came in and
there was another the abortion one, I believe.
I'm not sure. I didn't.
Yeah.
What was that one about?
An abortion one, I think.
What was that one about? The abortion.
That
one?
I don't know.
All right, let me take a look at that real quick. Let me try to find it.
Abortion, and then what was it? I think the transgender.
Transgender in the military.
In the military.
So let me ask you, how do you really feel about that?
I mean, I just think whoever they want to identify to whatever they identify, or they should be entitled to do whatever they want as well, as just equally as a woman or equally as a male, or whatever you identify as, but people just make a big deal out about it. I don't get why, but
well, so here's my thing. I don't have a problem with anybody wanting to identify with however they want to identify. I'm with you 100% on that one. But how do we make this work? Because it's not everybody's going to be accepting as you and I.
They're not, and I think that's a risk they're willing to take.
Well, what do you mean the risk?
I mean, not the risk, but I'm sure they're going to be humiliated. That's fucked up.
Right.
And obviously,
right. So how do you make that a situation where there isn't that to happen? Like, how do you put that individual
you can't
in a situation to succeed? And the reason I ask is because this is how.
What's that saying about the horse? You can't lead him to water and shit.
You can't put the horse before the cart.
No, that you can't lead a horse.
You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
Yes.
Right. So
it's the same shit. It's just
why put somebody in a disastrous situation?
No, they want to. I mean, they feel they have the right to be able to do that.
They do,
and they do have the right. Yes, I agree. So if somebody does something, obviously it ain't gonna be right.
Right.
And there needs to be consequences to that.
So shouldn't you put them in the best position to go ahead?
Drink your thing. Don't be drinking mine.
Shouldn't you put them in the best situation to succeed?
Of course.
I mean, that would be my major concern. That's the one reason that
people have rights in this country.
No, they do, and I'm not saying you can't let them in. You can't let anyone in. You want to go ahead and serve and give your life for your country, regardless of how you identify, as long as you are qualified to do whatever it is that you're asked to do, I'm with it. But I have to think and say, okay, well, how do you integrate this person that is not going to be detrimental to whatever is happening in this portion of the services? And I know there's homosexual, army people, or not army people. I don't want to put. There's homosexual servicemen. There's lesbian service people. We have family who serves. You know what I mean?
I mean, so, you hope that people have evolved from that. I understand where you're coming from, but it's just, if you never do it, like, is it, Yeah,
it has to happen.
And it's just, if somebody does.
And maybe somebody already has. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm sure it has.
I just hope whatever branch of military, these people choose to join. I just hope that there is help. There is, thought of how do we do this. You know what I mean? Because again, everybody's not going to be accepting. So it's it'll be interesting. But yeah, so that was some legislation that was passed. But a total of 42, strengthening Medicaid, and the Affordable Care Act. That's the Obama a memorandum on protecting women's health at home and abroad. So this rescinds the Mexico City policy, a ban on U.S. government funding for foreign nonprofits that perform or promote abortions. So it looks like Trump had banned that, and now they'll go back to funding nonprofits outside of the United States that perform or promote abortions. So I don't know about that one. Executive order on tackling the climate crisis at home and abroad. I'm with really trying to save Mother Nature, so I'm not mad at that. Executive order on establishing President's Council of Advisors on Science and Technology. Yes, we need more science and technology when we're talking about fucking science and technology. And we need prayer too, but they got to go hand in hand. I know that's going to boggle a lot of you motherfuckers' minds, but you need facts and faith. Memorandum on restoring trust in the government through scientific integrity and evidence-based policy making. Yes. No more of, hey, this is what I think. Can we shine light in it? Will light kill COVID? What if you drink bleach? No more of that shit. Paris Climate Agreement. That's not, I'm global warming is real, but I think everybody has to do their fair share in there. On making shit right. Executive order.
Of what? That isn't that the one that you get put back into the what is that one?
The Paris Climate Agreement.
Yeah.
This is the one that Trump had pulled out. So
he pulled out of that thing, right?
Right. So basically, just give me a second here.
You ain't even prepared.
Well, no, I wasn't. I didn't know we were going to talk about the Paris Climate Agreement, especially from you. So just give me a second here.
No, it's to be.
So it fights against climate change, and then it would put the United States basically in in the driver's seat or in a leadership position when it comes to making the environment better. They're expected to commit to trying to curb greenhouse gas emissions every 5 years, which is important because greenhouse gas has been contributed to temperatures rising, ice caps melting, so it's going to take 30 days, they're saying, and then they'll be back into the agreement. Mm-hmm. So he's doing a lot, but a lot of this is just kind of going back to what was once what it was. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, and this happens with everyone. So there's the equality and equity. One of the biggest things is that Trump had put into what was something called the 7076 Commission, which was going back to teaching slavery is not so bad of a thing. And so Biden's overturned that. I am part of a small group of people who feel that you shouldn't teach slavery really until maybe high school. I think that if you're going to teach the trauma of the Native Americans, if you're going to teach the trauma of African Americans, if you're going to teach the trauma of the Japanese Americans, Jewish Americans, you also have to make sure that you are showing the successes and making sure that is highlighted. Because I think a lot of times when you show people of color within American history and when it's taught, it's always taught from the negative, right? You know, you get a few sprinkles of, hey, Julio Cesar Chavez and Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, you know what I mean? You get those sprinkles, you know, oh, George Washington Carver and the Peanut, you know, you get those sprinkles. And now it's no disrespect, it's shameful. Selena, Beyonce, you know what I mean? Remember when we were at Diami School and I was looking for the books for the kids of color? Mm-hmm. And I was like, what kind of books do they get? And it was fucking Beyonce and like some little cartoon. And shout out to them. Her and Jay do it. But, you know, Beyonce, that's the book option these kids have. And I forget what the, on the other side, I forget it was like Selena Gomez or some shit like that. I was just like, really? You know? Where's the diversity? And there's a lot of diverse books out there. So, but I don't want to go too off track. But that shit, that threw me off. That threw me off. So, but yeah, Biden is trying to work. He wants 300 million Americans vaccinated by the end of the year. So, are you getting closer to being vaccinated, or has your stance changed at all? Because you were hardline no vax.
No, I'm still a no. Eli, yes, I'm putting him on blast again. But
why are you putting him on blast?
Well, because every time I mention him, you're like, oh, you put him on blast.
Okay.
So he hold it, let me drink a little bit more.
Shout out to Eli though, and shout out to Heather. Shout out to James. I know I'm missing some other people who work in the medical field.
Not only the medical field,
to Jerry,
but all of these motherfuckers that work in the grocery stores and shit.
Yeah, Richard, Martha, Tata.
And you're still, in the fast food spots, like you're still considered an essential worker.
Shout out to anybody who still got to get up every day and go out in this madness. I don't. Thank you to my job for not allowing me to go out into the world and potentially expose my family. But shout out to everybody who has to go out there and grind and get your paper. We're happy that business is going to open, but again, just wear a mask out there.
Yeah, just be careful. I mean, whatever. Everybody's entitled to whatever the fuck they want. But
where are you at
be
with the
mindful
vaccine?
of others. Nah, I'm good. I'm not. No, Eli told me, he's like, he already got both of his both of them, like the first and the second dose. So he said, I'm good. You guys go ahead and do it. I'm like, nah, I ain't worried about the short-term effects.
Yeah.
I'm worried about the long ones.
Yeah, shout out to my guy, Alan Simon. He's a teacher and a coach. And so he got vaccinated yesterday, I think. Shout out to him. He's listens to the show as well. I want to have him on in a future episode. We can Zoom or do some shit. Alan is hilarious. But, yeah, so there's people out there getting it. So it's not going to happen.
Not yet.
Would it take me to get it and be cool for 6 months before you got it?
No, it don't matter. Like, if it's not ever just one, it's all of us. We're a unit here, so it don't make a difference.
D unit.
It don't make a difference. So.
So if it gets really, really, really bad, will you get it? Like, what if it got to a point where the people who were alive were the people who got vaccinated?
Oh, fuck yeah. I'll be the first one to move, bitch. I'll be the first one to land.
You be oh! Move. Get out the way. Classic stories, man. We got so many. So we're driving one day, and my wife has a radio on. Diami's very young. And she's getting hyped, so she got the lute on. Move, bitch, get out the way. And Diami's in the back like, Poppy, what does it say? We're coming through the canyon, so I'm like, oh, it said, move, cow, get out the way. So then it became move, cow, get out the way. So we always sing that or whatnot. So I thought it was funny. You're supposed to laugh and shit in the background.
I'm
not
laughing.
paying attention. Uh-oh. So definitely, if it got that bad, you would get it.
Yeah. But man, so you're crazy.
So your plan is not to get vaccinated then?
I mean, not now. I mean, especially if we're gonna be home. We're not fucking doing shit.
Nah, that's true.
Oh shit! I'm going to the mailbox.
Perfect.
Gotta get vaccinated.
Perfect segue. Doing shit. First date. Let's talk about it. Our first date. What do you remember about that?
What was our first date? I remember you get in the car. I had my shank next to me.
Your shank? Why'd you have a shank? You did have a shank though, that little rooster shank.
Yeah, I didn't have it.
Yeah.
Jose gave it to me. Shout out to Jose.
Shout out to Jose. He's all the way. He ain't listening to Mexico.
But he yeah, I always carried it in my car. But anyway, where did we go? We went to watch. First, we went to go eat at the Marisco spot, right?
Yeah, we went to a Marisco spot.
And then, man, I remember
movies.
I was fucking nervous as fuck. I remember.
Are you nervous?
Hell yeah.
Nervous as far as like, oh, I'm
Like,
gonna meet this weirdo, or nervous?
No, nervous
like,
as in, all right.
I'm gonna meet the
like
love
if
of my
he's
life.
is this motherfucker really who he is?
I am. I'm that.
So that was, I was like, all right, let me see. He's gonna have some kind of like
flaw.
Yes.
Always looking for a flaw.
So,
You still looking for a flaw?
Oh no, I know that. I'm trying to. I know the flaws already.
Ooh, flaws and all, huh? Okay.
And I love you. Yes.
Ooh, thank you.
Flaws and all. But I remember, like, fuck, man, please don't let him be weird. Like, please, Jesus, like, help me.
Oops.
So, no, it was cool. But I remember being very nervous because I was feeling you already. So, yeah, we went to that Marisco spot. And then from there, we went to watch a movie, right?
The first Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan flick.
Okay. Damn. Old.
Geez. Yep, that was old.
But
remember, I jumped like a bitch when the bomb went off. I wasn't expecting that.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that, and I was trying to impress you and shit. And the
I remember
bomb
you
went
talking.
off,
I'm trying to
shit.
fucking watch. I'm like, oh, motherfucker, need to shut up.
That, as you know, that's one of my problems.
Yes.
You get used to it now, though.
Sometimes.
And now when I don't talk, you'd be like, who is that? You'd be asking me and shit, what happened? I'm like, I don't know. So it's weird. Like, I don't know. Like, the other night, we're watching the pork belly shit on Netflix, and I'm reading, and I'm like, and that's like, shout out to my Korean brothers.
Like, hello, how are you?
Yeah,
I'm very good at you.
There's a lot of words, so I'm like trying to read the whole shit, and I get tired like 2 minutes in the fucking doc, and this is like a fucking 60-minute episode. I'm like, I'm not Tito, and he'd be like, Daddy, I read 90 words a minute and shit. So I'm just like, nah, this is some bullshit. So there's a moment where they pause, like, hey babe, can I stop reading? Like, yeah, I was reading the whole time. Like, fuck. Babe, take the night off. I got this. I'm gonna read. You have to read to me. But yeah, I thought I could hang, but man, they was moving. They was flowing.
I thought you were trying to challenge yourself. I don't know.
No, because normally you'll be like, babe, I don't want to read subtitles. Can you read them for me? And I'll sit them and read them, and it helps me stay up when I'm a little tired. I'll read the subtitles, and it'll keep my mind active. So that way I can spend more time with you, and then I stay up a little later. But I was just tired. Don't do that with your tongue. You ain't gonna do that with your tongue later, okay? See?
What?
Nah, don't play.
I have some of this One Hope wine.
One Hope wine.
That's
yeah,
your One Hope.
I got a hope
You have
too.
a hope.
Yeah. So, our first date.
Your hope.
Memorable. What was your biggest memory of the first date?
I'm like, okay, I felt your energy.
Oh.
Your energy. I don't think I ever told you this, but yeah.
Never. So go ahead.
Yeah, because I don't like, then you be getting all fucking
How do I be getting
important shit?
I get all important. I don't want this nigga feeling important over here. I gotta keep it down. Go ahead, tell me.
But
my energy.
Yeah, I felt your energy. I'm like, all right, he's kind. He's not, he's that was very important to me we had to be like, what we really care about in the world. So yeah, that was it. You're kind. And
I remember the first time
you didn't have any flaws. I mean, you're a little tacky, but
I'm tacky. Wait.
That's all right.
What is tacky? Tell me what's tacky about me.
I don't know. You were wearing like these pants. Like they could just be basic, but you wanted to be extra. Like it's like that's your style though.
I had extra pants.
You wanted to be extra with it. Like
what do you
they
mean?
Couldn't just be regular, just nothing. They had to have leather pockets in the back.
Oh, I had shorts on, I think, right?
No, you had pants. Yeah,
I did. I had my jeans.
I remember. Yes,
they were brown.
You're talking about the helicopters. Oh, that's paparazzi. Oh, God.
I was just messing with you though. I was trying to break the ice because I was nervous.
I was like, please.
So let me tell you. So
you ain't Dan.
So let me tell you. This is what happened. That same day. I knew we were going out. I finally asked you out, and I was broke, so I just saved up from the little funds, had it together. I was like, all right, it's gonna be dope. So I already knew the game plan. We go to the little Marisco spot by it's called Mariscos Europan in West Covina, or in Covina. I used to work over there, so I knew it was pretty good food. I was like, I'll take her over there, and then over there's a nice theater. Take you over there. So. I knew the game plan, so I was like, all right, cool. So that same weekend, the homie's older brother was getting out of jail. And they lived across the street, and he was just hitting me, Yami, you gonna come through? Yami! Papa Smurf, Papa's coming home. I was like, fuck. And I kept telling him, yeah, I'll come through, whatever, knowing I'm gonna link with you.
I remember that shit. I didn't want to say it because...
No, we keep it real on the Moraines. So, I was like, all right, he's going to hit me, but I'm going to already be out, so it's not going to matter. So this cat hit me like, I don't know, 4 hours before we were supposed to go to our date. So on over there, I was sipping. I was sipping. And I just remember, like, all right, I got to stop. You called me, like, you ready? I was like, yeah, I was ready. I jumped in the shower, tried to sober up a little bit. So I was a little tipsy when we had went out. But after I ate, I was better. And I just remembered first time really hugging you. And I just felt that energy.
What first time hugging me? Oh, because...
we were at the pool hall.
At the end of the night.
At the end of the night.
We went there too.
Because we were driving, and you're like, I don't want this night to end. And I was like, well, it doesn't have to. I was like, I took you to this spot in Monrovia to play pool. And I let you beat me in pool. And then I remember stepping on your foot. And there's like a couple awkward moments.
My fucking toe still fractured and shit.
Well, you got insurance. Go get it looked at. No go. But I remember there are a couple moments that might have killed it, but I think just enhanced it. And I remember at the pool hall giving you a hug, and you just fit perfectly. And I just knew, I was like, oh yeah, this is it. This is the one right here. And
how? If you weren't even looking for the one?
I wasn't. That's the whole crazy part. Like when I was hollering at you or whatever, not hollering, that's disrespectful. But when we were getting to know each other, like there wasn't really any pressure. We were just talking, and it just was so easy to share my feelings with you. And I like the fact that you weren't trying to get booty off top. There was no pressure like, oh, when we go see each other, you gonna come through. There wasn't none of that. You know what I mean? It was just a different vibe. I remember though the first time I talked to you on the phone, I thought you had kids because you had to take care of your niece. I was like, well, her niece is over there way too much. Like that's definitely
because it was summertime.
Right. I didn't know.
So
I didn't know your sister lived hella far away. You know what I mean? And and the kids and Martha and Richard would come to LA to be with the fam and spend time. I didn't know that. We were just meeting. So to me, just being out there and at my age, there were, as we've talked about this, there was it's very rare that people don't have kids.
Yeah.
And the people who don't have kids, you question, why is this motherfucker kidless? Why is she kidless? What's wrong with her? You know what I mean? Why does he not have a baby mama? What's wrong?
And that was one thing. It's just that I'm like, I set my foot down. I'm like, fuck this. I'm not gonna date dudes that. I'm not gonna be serious with dudes that have kids.
Yeah,
I'm not.
I had that.
It's a fucking disaster.
I couldn't do it.
So that's why, to me, I was like, nah, this motherfucker has kids. He's just keeping them. He's not, he's not trying to say, he's not trying to say nothing. So I remember I dated this one motherfucker. It was probably 2 years.
Damn, he had a kid for 2 years? How do you hide a kid for 2 years? Like, you didn't know?
His kid was like fucking 4 years old.
So it was a baby. So when y'all got together, he was 2. And then you found out about the kid, he was 4?
Yes.
What? Come on, babe. How's that happen?
Because I never fucking asked. It was his excuse. I'm like, how you got a fucking kid?
So wait, you were around this nigga for 2 years and you never saw... Did he have any pictures of kids in his house?
No.
Did you ever go to his house?
Yes.
Okay.
No. He never had pictures, and it's back then when it's not really technology, So was
technology, but he didn't have a picture on the wall or nothing like that.
No, he didn't.
What?
He didn't.
So he was hiding his child from.
No, well, obvious fucking Lee. So the only reason I found out is because he wasn't becoming more like available at all as often. Oh. And I was like, all right, this motherfucker's up to something.
So he started kind of ghosted you.
Yeah. So not ghosting me, but just like, I can't this day. Like, I'll pick you up this day, or we could go out this day, or whatever. So I was like, nah. When he was always there.
Yeah. Now
at my beck and call. Oh. Now he wasn't. So
right.
So I was like, all right, there's something going on, and then that's when I was like, what's up?
Oh, you just hit him up?
Yeah,
what's
I'm like,
up?
what's up?
That's how you hit him.
And I mean, I'll give him that. He was.
So he told you I have a child.
He's like, he told me, he knew he wasn't. He's like, oh well, my I'm taking my baby mama to court to fight for custody.
Okay.
And I was like, what the fuck? What you mean your baby? Like, you have a kid?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah. And I'm, how I not, how do I not know you have a kid? Right. You never asked. I was like, fucking really? Do I gotta ask? Like, I something, I mean, you're fighting, to me, I was like, all right, bye.
So that was it?
That was it.
You never got back? He never hit you back?
No.
You never got with him?
No. That was it.
That's crazy. That's crazy just to find out years later after you had built that time with somebody. And,
I mean, it was obvious that it was nothing serious to him.
Right. And did you see him a lot during that 2 years?
Yes, my parents met him.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, so he was just living another life. He was just one of them shiesty niggas, huh? Damn, that's crazy. So that makes sense. That makes sense to why you damn near 12 years later.
And then I'm like, I fucking like, I'm like, all right. So I don't know how the fuck I found out, but I seen a picture of his girl. I was like, oh God. All right, she can have you.
So
she was like much, much older.
Oh, she was? Older, yeah. Well, who knows? It's sad. Sometimes people feel that they make mistakes and end up impregnating a woman that they don't want to impregnate. They're great parents or whatever, but they regret that relationship for whatever reason.
But you know what? I'm happy. Like, hey, he got custody of his child.
Did he?
He was able to.
Oh, okay. So you kept in touch with him?
No, I didn't. I don't know how I found out.
Okay.
I guess people just that we were around. That's how I found out.
Yeah.
Because his friend was dating somebody like that I knew, or that.
I'm not gonna say her name, but was that during that period of time where you was kicking it with
no
such and such? No, okay.
But
and I'm talking about
no,
the sister of Jimmy's homie is what I'm talking about.
You don't know the story.
All right. I don't know this story. We got stories I don't know.
I kept this one tucked.
Oh, well, untuck it. I want to hear it. Let me hear it.
No, it wasn't tucked, but it was just irrelevant.
Oh, irrelevant. Damn.
But yeah, that was like one of the first. I think I was like, that was my first. I was 18. So I had a lot of growing up. Like after that,
Wait, this dude that you was messing with, it was 18 years old?
I was 18.
Oh, so you were a baby.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. It
made sense for me to leave. Fuck.
Well, at
a lot of women wouldn't.
I'll give you props. At 8, I thought this was older. I thought this was like maybe like a year or two, or maybe a couple months before we met.
Oh no.
Because that takes a lot of strength to be invested for 2 years. So you 18, now you're 20. You know what I mean? So for you to be 20 and have spent a lot of time with somebody to be able to have
I started
courage.
dating him when I was 17.
What? How old was he?
He was like 2 years older.
So he was 19 and had an older baby mama? That sounds weird. That to him. I mean, I don't know.
It does.
If she was much older than him, that's crazy.
Dang.
Yeah, so... But hey, like you said, he got his child, so props to him. You know, you want to be over your kid over anything. You know, I would definitely, leave my child for a raggedy heifer. You know what I mean? On everything. So props to him on that. So let me take a look here. Your boy, our boy, Yuri. For those who follow the show,
what? This is fucking like.
Hold on. So let me just say, for those who follow the show, you know the story of Yuri and his sex robot wife. He married her. Well, I guess she had some wear and tear and had to go to the shop. And so while she was at the shop, Yuri found an object and jerked off with this object. And then announced to the world that he had cheated on his sex robot wife and was apologizing for it. So, love, 2 things. Is jerking off cheating? And 2, how do you feel about Yuri and everything that's been going on with Yuri?
The motherfucker's crazy. Like, okay, I understand, like, to what a fucking extent would you go for attention?
I mean, yeah.
To me, this is fucking nuts. I went, when you showed me that shit, I'm like, oh, okay, I ain't gotta read. Let me watch this video. I was disturbed. I have fucking nightmares still. I can't believe you had me watch that shit.
I didn't know. So I sent you the video. I knew there was a video clip, but I'm like, okay, I'm not going to watch it. I don't want to hear what he's saying. I read the article. You like to watch videos. I always read the article. So I just remember you're like, babe.
Sometimes I ain't got time.
You're like, babe, come here. I'm like, all right. And I get on the bed and I just hear this thing. And I'm like, what the fuck? And you're like, he's masturbating with a machine. I was like, yo, I'm good. So you saw way more than I did, but that wasn't my intent, was to show you that, because I read the article, so I didn't know that was on the video. But again, is masturbating cheating? Like, is it cool if you're not around and I'm erect in the shower and just want to shoot one off thinking about you? Is that
I
cool?
mean, it's not cheating.
Or if you want to,
because it's your fucking hand.
Diddle your whittle.
But no, it's cheating. It's not cheating, but is it probably the best thing? I mean, before rape, of course.
Whoa,
but
yeah. What
but if you tell your woman and she don't want to, then
But that's again, if your wife doesn't want to make love to you, if your husband don't want to make love to you,
sometimes let's say your wife ain't around. Or let's say your husband ain't around.
Right.
I wouldn't mind you fucking masturbating.
Right. Now, let's say you caught me masturbating to, I don't know, a specific type of thing.
Don't even fucking go there.
I'm just saying, what would you do? Would you be angry?
Like, why are you like, you don't need nothing to masturbate to.
So you'd be upset.
But my thoughts, motherfucker. So
your thoughts? You're gonna give
no, that's
me,
all. You're gonna have in your mind
thoughts?
thoughts of me.
Right. I'm saying hypothetically, how would you feel?
Like, there you go with fucking how you hypothetically saying I'm gonna land in somebody's fucking dick. Like, that's stupid. You can't just say hypothetically. That's stupid. Yes. Like, you can't.
Yes, you can.
I'm telling you, it ain't like, no, you better not.
Okay, so then hypothetically it don't matter. So if you caught me jacking off to 6'7" NBA player bitches, you would be WNBA females. You'd be heated. You'd be like, "What the fuck?
Is that what you're really into?"
No.
So okay, so I told you to shut up because I don't want to hear
it. You're crazy.
You crazy.
All right, so you'd be heated. Okay, I understand. I would question you too. If I looked in your phone and it was like, big white dudes that look like Brock Lesnar, and that's what you're searching your board. I would ask you. I'd be like, are you into big white dudes that look like Brock Lesnar?
Who is Brock Lesnar?
He's a wrestler. That went way over your head. But whatever, like, oh, dudes that look like the Mandalorian. Like, oh, so you into the Mandalorian? Is that
he's
your thing?
Where did I tell you he was from?
Is he from
Peru, huh?
Is he from Chile?
Chile? Is it Chile?
He's from Chile. Yeah, you trying to get his Chile? You trying to get the Mandalorian Chile?
No, it's crazy. It's just it's nice. It's nice.
Yeah, it's nice. Star Wars is always very diverse, even though my man that played Finn says differently. I forget what his name is. So, but I believe what he is saying. They are diverse in at least showcasing some of these individuals. They might not get the look that they deserve, and I agree with that brother. Finn should have had a much larger part in Star Wars going forward. I don't know all the details to call anybody out, but speaking of calling folks out, would you snitch on your parents?
I wouldn't snitch on my parents.
You wouldn't, no matter what happened.
No matter what happened, I would not.
So there's a story of that girl who snitched on her moms and pops because they were part of the Capitol riots. If your mom and pop went to the Capitol riots,
I wouldn't. Even though,
you wouldn't.
I would not snitch on them.
You wouldn't. You wouldn't turn them in.
I would not.
What if they killed somebody? Would you turn them in?
No, I'll make them turn themselves in.
How would you make
I
them?
wouldn't. I'll be like, you better fucking go, or I'm gonna call them.
Did?
They will. They will.
Where your parents were never gonna tell.
They will. Don't do them hypothetically, because they will.
Hypothetically,
they will.
No way.
They will. They will.
Okay.
They will.
But so you wouldn't. You would just.
I would not snitch on them though.
So if they,
I'll pretend I will snitch on them, but I won't.
Yeah, they over here. The killers is over here. My mom and dad stormed the Capitol building. The lady with the chocolate that beat the cop to death. And my dad took all the power tools. Your pops wouldn't even storm the Capitol. He'd be over there in the utilities area, like, oh, look at this. See me out.
You know what? Fuck you. And you talking shit about me. Putting people comedy on blast.
No, it's just comedy. It's just all jokes, and we love them. But okay. So, would you ever post your daughter's nudes?
Of course not.
How do you feel about that Trump's lady who supposedly posted her daughter's nudes to shame her?
That's fucking...
It's disgusting. If true, this lady should go to jail.
Your daughter?
Your daughter. Any child.
Like, any
child.
Like, just anybody. Like, you don't... Unless you're fucking... That's your profession. You shouldn't. Like, that's...
This is a minor. It doesn't matter if...
It doesn't matter, period. Minor or not.
It's a minor. So there is no...
Yeah, they should be charges on her ass. But that is not...
Definitely.
That's crazy. That's... How would you? Right. You're supposed to be protecting her.
Exactly. Well, if you find that the biggest issue is addressing...
Not that it matters, but what happened? Like, what?
They have a horrible...
Supposedly,
so they have a horrible relationship. The daughter is anti-Trump. The husband is now anti-Trump, and the mother is worked for Trump on his campaign and has been his voice when he needs someone to really articulate his message to the masses a little better. And she was very key and very significant in him winning the election. And, again, just doing his cleanup, doing when he would say some stupid shit. She would go on Fox or something. Well, the president's saying this, and this is what he meant. He didn't mean that. He meant this. And so she was very good at crafting his words to his fan base and to everybody else who was receptive to his message. Wasn't necessarily fans just yet. She made it more palatable. I think her name is Kellyanne Conway or something like that. So her daughter is a rebellious teenager. I do not give her a pass for taking naked photographs at that young age. It's a dumb move. As a parent, should Kellyanne be on her daughter's phone? Yes, she should. As a parent, if you find those, photos, then you need to address that with your daughter. I don't agree with her shaming her one bit. I think it's disgusting, and hopefully she is reprimanded heavily for that. It was just a wrong move to make, and something that's gonna scar your child forever. You did worse damage. The biggest fear I would imagine would these pictures be getting out, and you allegedly put these pictures out. They're on the internet. Nothing dies on the internet. No matter who you are, no matter how powerful you are, nothing dies on the internet. So it's disgusting. But I think that's it, babe. I think you made it. You made it to the show. You didn't think you were going to be able to.
My eyes are burning.
Well, we'll get out of here. Anybody else you want to shout out? You hollered at Gladys today. Shout out to the family. Shout out to Gabby, all the kids, everybody. That's okay. I'll tag her on Facebook. How you feel? You can catch us, the Moragne Media Group, on Facebook. Catch us on Spotify. Catch us on Lisbon. We out here. Hey, everybody be blessed. Everybody be safe. And until next time, I'm Diami.
And I'm Mimi.
And we are the Moragnes. Peace.